that we traditionally have done, like our all-school meeting and all of those kinds of things. So I guess we'll always remember this, won't we? I don't know if we'll remember it as something that was really great or something that we had to work our way through, but anyway, we'll remember it. But in preparation for today's meeting, we gave a little bit of thought to how we wanted to do the awarding of our Daring Greatly Award, which is something that has been near and dear to my heart since I've been dean, going on 9 years now. So rather than just try to do something on the web during our Zoom meeting today, we thought maybe we could do something where we could record it a little bit and make it a little more special. So today we're gathered here to actually make the award for someone who's been really, really great in daring greatly in the arena that we talk about. And so, as is tradition, I want to begin by reading the quote by Theodore Roosevelt that sort of instigated this award in the beginning. This always gets to me a little bit, so I hope I can get through this today. He said, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcomings, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." In our college, I'm always so impressed with the types of people that we seem to get lucky and hire. I don't know what it is about this college, but it seems to attract people who really fit this daring greatly speech that was given so many years ago. And what's really fun to watch are the things that happen in the college based on the efforts of these types of individuals. Today, I want to recognize somebody. It was a difficult decision for me this year to decide who should get this award, because we have a number of people who really have shown, I would say, extraordinary efforts in this pandemic and in their time here at the college. And so it was a difficult decision, but today I want to honor Kelly Ann Duncan. And the fact that she brought a notepad to this meeting is sort of indicative. Sort of indicative of the type of work that she is always prepared to do. Why don't you come up here and stand by me while I talk about you for a minute?
Kind of confused though.
Stay 6 feet though. No, I'm just kidding. Kelly came to us in 2015 as an AA1 in the business and support services area. And then in April of 2016 moved to the health occupations department. I remember how thrilled they were. Tina talked about the great work that she did all the time. And then in August of 2018, she was recruited to the technical department, which broke the heart of all the folks in health occupations I know. But she came over to the technical department to help Michael out in terms of organizing the office and getting things going, and quickly became very popular in that department amongst all the faculty and staff, and especially Mike, as he saw the great things that she did in organizing what went on there. I remember Mike would come to department chair meetings and he was like a new man. He'd kind of sit back in the chair and felt like a huge load had been lifted off his shoulders with all the great things that Kelly was doing. And then last year, in October of 2019, Kellyanne moved over to our area with the new position of Assistant Director of Scholarship Management and Donor Relations. We had looked at a number of things that were going on with our scholarships and our fund agreements with donors, and we knew that there were some problems there and that maybe we were missing out on some opportunities. And so we created this position knowing that it would mean some important things would happen in the college in terms of additional dollars from donors. Without much direction, Kellyanne took this on and did some amazing things. I constantly heard things from her area about the great things that were going on, and I started to see that donors were being touched and things were changing. She identified a number of problems that we were having with donors and immediately began to meet with them and smooth those things out and make things happen. I remember hearing about a scholarship that we had that was the Stone Flying Scholarship Endowment Fund that had not been awarded for a number of years because we had actually changed what was going on in our aircraft program, and it made it impossible to award that scholarship. Kellyanne didn't come to me and say, what should I do about this? She gave it some thought and met with the donors and with the foundation and was able to change it so that it would now be available to our Unmanned Aerial Systems program. And so we've been able to award that scholarship in that area, which hadn't been awarded for many years. She took one of our donors, Bruce Clark, who Melissa had worked with on and off for a number of years. She took him to lunch, and the next thing I heard is that he was going to leave the College of Technology money in his will, and so we'll see that happen someday. She's a real advocate for students, and this is something that's really impressed me. A couple of times now she's come to my office, paper in hand, as she had this morning, with a whole list of reasons why I should allow her to give a scholarship to a student who was struggling. And on both occasions, the case that she made to me was undeniable, and I was able to give her the go-ahead to award scholarships to these two needy students who knows, might change their lives in some way. She was in a staff meeting a few weeks ago where we were talking, or lamenting, I might say, about not having some adjunct faculty for one of our programs that's really in need, and we've been unable to have a successful search to find that faculty member. Kellyanne said, well, do you mind, I know some people that might be interested in teaching, and before that day was out, we had hired 3 adjunct faculty and filled all of those positions in one day. Just from her efforts. Another thing that came along that I thought was pretty interesting is when she started to work with Bruce and other donors on estate giving, it turns out that there was actually no policy or procedure in our foundation to do that. And Kellyanne researched what other universities were doing and helped the foundation come up with policy and procedure to make that run more smoothly and available to many of our donors. And so that will change what happens with all the colleges across the university for years to come. So she has left her mark, not only in our college, but university-wide. But I would just say that, you know, when we hire someone, we expect that they'll get the job done. And we typically have some idea of what that job entails. People like Kellyanne come on the job and they rewrite what it is that can be done. You know, she is the epitome of what we would like to hire in every position, because it's not just, I'll do the bare minimums. It's always, what can I be doing to improve this job and make it better, do great things. So I think if anybody epitomizes that person who's in the arena really daring to move forward and do some great things, it's been Kellyanne Dumpling. So with that, I would like to present her the award. And I wish this could be in front of all of the College of Technology faculty and staff, but we'll do it via video this afternoon in the meeting, and I hope this will be something that we can all remember as a one-time thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Oh.
Thanks everybody for coming.